Okay, when I ask this question, I need everyone to be extremely honest. How many of you have ever sent or received a text message while driving? Okay. Now, how many of you have ever sent or received a call while driving? Okay, I'll be the first to admit that I've done both of these, and this is very sad. It's very dangerous to do this. Almost everyone has done at least one of these two things, if not both, in the same day. Not many people realize how truly dangerous it is to be distracted while driving. Distracted driving is any activity that you do that diverts your attention from the road or the activity that you're doing. According to the CDC, every day in the United States, at least 9 people are killed, or 153 people are injured from people who are distracted while they're driving. There are 3 main types of distracted driving. The first is visual. That takes your eyes off the road. The second is manual. That takes your hands off the road. And the third is cognitive. That takes your mind off the road. Honestly, I never really paid attention to how dangerous it truly was. Like, I know my mom and my dad always told me not to do it, and I saw all the crashes on television and stuff, but I never really paid attention to how many people have died or have been injured from during crashes when people have used their cell phones. I personally do not want to be a part of that statistic, and I know all of you don't want to either. So we need to try and stop texting and calling while we're driving. Today, my goal is to tell you all the dangers of being distracted while you're driving and give you a few statistics so that it will hit close to home with you. One of the most dangerous types of distracted driving is texting while driving. Texting is the most popular way of communication in our world today, and it is the most dangerous among teenagers, or it's most popular among teenagers. It requires all 3 types of distractions: visual, manual, and cognitive. Nearly 1/2 of the United States high school students have admitted that they have sent or received a text while driving. And cell phone use has come a long way in the past 20 years. In 1995, it was at least 11% of people had cell phones. By 2010, that jumped to 93%. This texting not only affects teenagers, it also affects adults. According to the CDC, 31% of the United States drivers ages 18 to 64 claimed that they had read or sent a text message at least once while driving their vehicle. Texting is a very serious issue, and we need to take it seriously and try to end it. The second form of distracted driving is using your handheld cell phone while driving. This distracts you on mostly manual. That's when your hands are taken away from the wheel. According to cellphones.org, a cell phone impairs a driver's ability as much as a drunk driver. So that's pretty sad. Although it may seem like this is an absurd comparison, the 2 activities actually are similar to one another. This type of distracted driving is most common among adults. Although teens do call while they're driving, 69% of the United States drivers aged 18 to 64 reported that they talked on their cell phone while driving. Although this may seem not as dangerous as texting, it is still very dangerous. Making calls on your cell phone may not seem as dangerous as texting, but it is still a serious matter, and we need to try and make calling to a minimum. The next is our hands-free cell phone. A lot of us have used speakerphone. I've used it before. I'm pretty sure all of you have. And we think that it's safer, but studies have shown that hands-free devices it's not safer than using your handheld. This form takes your mind off the road and gets you involved in the conversation. That's mainly where the the hands-free device gets you, is you get involved in the conversation. When you're involved in the conversation, it takes large chunks of your thought process away, and it sucks the life out of your driving concentration and your reaction ability. Your reaction time is very important because it helps you be prepared for what's coming next. If you're distracted while you're driving, you may not see that car that's fixing to hit you, or may not see this child that's walking across the road because you're so in your conversation or you're texting someone. Reaction time, it also helps you with keeping in the lane. There was a study done, and there was a camera put in someone's car. Well, lane swapping is very dangerous, and that's what this study showed. When you're not on the phone, you have a wider view of the road. You're looking on both sides of the road. But if you're texting while driving or using a phone, normally you're focused on the middle part of the road. You're not paying attention to everything else that's going on around you. I hope now that you understand how dangerous it is to be distracted while driving. I've explained statistics about texting and calling on the phone and how deadly it can be. So, what I want you to remember is to not be another statistic. Do not use your phone while driving. Thank you.